Hello friends, you are on the channel Quotes of Great Men. Enjoy watching. Nothing exists but you, and you are but a thought. Ah, if he could only die temporarily. Switzerland would be a mighty big place if it were iron flat. Ours is a terrible religion. The fleets of the world could swim in spacious comfort in the innocent blood it has spilt. When you catch an adjective, kill it. No, I don't mean utterly, but kill most of them, then the rest will be valuable. They weaken when they are close together. They give strength when they are far apart. A fully belly is little worth where the mind is starved. That's just the way a person does a low-down thing, and then he don't want to take no consequences of it. Thinks as long as he can hide it, it ain't no disgrace. Let us draw the curtain of charity over the rest of this scene. Time and tide wait for no man. A pompous and self-satisfied proverb, and was true for a billion years, but in our day of electric wires and water ballast we turn it around. Man waits not for time nor tide. How slow and still the time did drag along. The older we grow, the greater becomes our wonder at how much ignorance one can contain without bursting one's clothes. Tomorrow night I appear for the first time before a Boston audience, 4,000 critics. We are chameleons, and our partialities and prejudices change place with an easy and blessed facility, and we are soon wonted to the change and happy in it. Whoever has lived long enough to find out what life is, knows how deep a debt of gratitude we owe to Adam, the first great benefactor of our race. He brought death into the world. All gods are better than their reputation. God puts something good and lovable in every man his hands create. No man that has ever lived has done a thing to please God primarily. It was done to please himself, then God next. More than once I have been humiliated by my resemblance to God the Father. He's always longing for the love of his children and trying to get it on the cheapest and laziest terms he can invent. It is the will of God that we must have critics and missionaries and congressmen and humorists, and we must bear the burden. Humorists of the mere sort cannot survive. Humor is only a fragrance, a decoration. Humor must be one of the chief attributes of God. Plants and animals that are distinctly humorous in form and characteristics are God's jokes. English humor is hard to appreciate, though, unless you are trained to it. The English papers, in reporting my speeches, always put laughter in the wrong place. I had longed to be a butterfly, and I was one at last. I attended private parties in sumptuous evening dress, simpered and aired my graces like a born beau, and polkaed and squished with a step peculiar to myself and the kangaroo. On with dance, let joy be unconfined, is my motto, whether there's any dance to dance or any joy to unconfined. Whatever a man's age, he can reduce it several years by putting a bright colored flower in his buttonhole. I saw men whom 30 years had changed but slightly, but their wives had grown old. These were good women. It is very wearing to be good. You can never find a Christian who has acquired this valuable knowledge, this saving knowledge, by any process but the everlasting and all-sufficient people say. I have been an author for 20 years and an ass for 55. Men write many fine and plausible arguments in support of monarchy, but the fact remains that where every man has a voice, brutal laws are impossible. It is a dear and lovely disposition, and a most valuable one, that can brush away indignities and discourtesies and seek and find the pleasanter features of an experience. Nothing is so ignorant as a man's left hand, except a lady's watch. Ignorant as the unborn babe. Ignorant as unborn twins. We never knew an ignorant person yet, but was prejudiced. One should be gentle with the ignorant, for they are the chosen of God. A marriage will give a new gladness to the sunshine, a new fragrance to the flowers, a new beauty to the earth, and a new mystery to life. All you drunkards, put down the intoxicating vanity metrics. People are much more willing to lend you books than bookcases. I have thought many times since that if poets, when they get discouraged, would blow their brains out, they could write very much better when they got well. No man has an appreciation so various that his judgment is good upon all varieties of literary work. I don't believe any of you have ever read Paradise Lost, and you don't want to. That's something that you just want to take on trust. It's a classic, something that everybody wants to have read and nobody wants to read. I respect a man who knows how to spell a word more than one way. A monarch, when good, is entitled to the consideration which we accord to a pirate who keeps Sunday school between crimes. When bad, he's entitled to none at all. Thanks for watching. Check out these educational videos too.